Gettin Geeked. Gettin Geeked. Gettin Geeked with Danny Allen. Gettin Geeked. Gettin Geeked. Gettin Geeked with Danny Allen.
Alright, it's your boy, Danny Allen. This is episode 8 of Gettin Geeked with me, Danny Allen, your host. Yeah, so lots of things, well, not really lots of things have happened since last week, but I will say lots of people on Twitter were not happy with my Batgirl thoughts. So pretty much a recap. I basically said, the video I posted on Twitter, I posted about a minute clip, like a promo preview of the podcast, and that included some of my thoughts regarding Batgirl. I said that the directors of Batgirl fumbled the bag. They fumbled their $70 million, which eventually turned to $90 million. And the reason why I say they fumbled is because ultimately they delivered a product that was subpar according to David Zaslav. Not me, according to David Zaslav. All we can go off of, all we can go off of is what exactly was said by David Zaslav, the new Warner Brothers Discovery. They thought Batgirl was not up to par. That's all we have to go on. Those are the facts. Fact is, they fumbled. Fact is, they got their movie shelved. Fact is, it wasn't because Leslie Grace is Latina. Because we got the Blue Beetle movie. It was apparently it's so good that they're bumping it up to theatrical. And Homeboy is also Latino. So no, it's not because she's a Latina actress. It's because the movie was mid. And I'm not saying that because I've seen the movie or I haven't seen the movie. I'm saying that is because of what David Zaslav has said. He said the movie was mid and that's why we're shelving it. Period. End of story. So that's what I said last week. I said, the movie it wasn't up to par with what they wanted to do. They're already $20 million over budget. I was basically reading a fact sheet of why the movie was canceled, and I get this guy on Twitter, which of course is on Twitter because that's where the most depths of evil lie, I should say. I posted the same video on TikTok, and got pretty positive feedback. Yeah, some people they didn't really disagree with me or whatever. It's just I was basically reading the stats of why Batgirl was canceled, and this guy named The Movie Bob, I don't know his channel, straight up harassed me, dude. Like I'm not one to like get scared, or I'm not afraid of the Movie Bob. But it's just this guy's got like 100K subscribers on his YouTube, 100K followers on Twitter, and he sent his whole army of fans to basically attack me, which is fine. I don't mind debating the stat points with people. It's just when they start attacking my character, they start attacking me as a person, and not the facts that are being discussed. That's when they already lost. If you don't have anything to contribute to the conversation, you already lost. If you start attacking my character, you already lost. So I got a bunch of people, and I thank everybody that did peep my video on Twitter. Even if you're a hater, I thank you because everybody was retweeting my video. They were quoting my video, saying ridiculous things. I'll put some of the comments and the quotes next to me. It's just ridiculous, dude. Like, bro, you got 100K subscribers, and you're taking time out of your day to troll me. Basically, I got under 1,000 subs, and you're taking time out of your day for what? And you didn't even add anything to the conversation, my guy. You literally just were trolling me the whole time. And after a while, it's like, dude, go make some content. You have 100K subscribers. Why are you wasting your time on me? If I'm so irrelevant, why take time out of your day to comment on it? And some people are like, oh, self promo. Oh, what is this? This is not. You're not saying anything. I did. And I take time out of my day to edit all these videos, to make these videos, like hours of my time. Why wouldn't I post that on my Twitter page? Why wouldn't I share that on TikTok? Are you new here? Are you new to social media? When you make content, you post it online and you share it with the world. And then I would go to these people's pages that were commenting on my video, retweeting my video, quoting my video. I'm not one to bash people for having a low follower count, but some of these accounts were like following 1,000 people and had 10 followers. Like obvious bot activity. So like they're bots. I reported all of them. I reported all of them. So I'm not going to be commenting on bots anymore. It's just, it's come to the point where I'm going to keep making my content, and if that offends you, that's your problem. I'm always going to be saying everything I need to say and want to say, and I'm not going to change my vibe for you because you're offended by what David Zaslav had to say about the Batgirl movie. So the movie, Bob, don't shoot the messenger, my dude. Go troll David Zaslav. Go troll Discovery Warner Brothers. Not me, dude. I'm the one commenting on why Batgirl got scrapped. It's a fact. If you're handed $70 million for a movie and it gets shelved, you fumbled. You fumbled the bag, my guy. Batgirl could have been a sick movie or whatever. Could have been the best movie ever. But it got shelved. It got shelved. It wasn't up to par. That's the facts. You can't debate that. Or else we would be getting this Batgirl movie. We would get it. But not only were they given $70 million, they were given another $90 million. It's already $20 million over budget. And it still wasn't good enough. There was, and then after all that happened, screen caps of screen frames, still images from the Batgirl were posted of a scene, and the Batgirl's like saying it's batten time, like, and unironically, and that's all subjective. Like the writing is subjective, but to me and the rest of the internet, the shit was whack, bro. It was whack. They saved us a movie. Cause y'all would have bagged on the Batgirl movie when it came out for having corny ass dialogue like that. It's batten time. Wow. So yes, I'm going to end this Batgirl saga by saying I would have loved to see Michael Keaton in this movie with Batgirl. Like Batgirl's one of my favorite characters, but the facts are, it wasn't good enough according to David Zaslav. So everybody on Twitter, Movie Bob, sorry not sorry. Go fuck yourself. How about that? Quote that. Retweet that. Moving on. Batgirl's done. Who else is in the news? Ezra Miller. I'm not going to bash Ezra Miller. I'm going to state what Hollywood Reporter has been saying, what Warner Brothers has been saying. There's 3 options now. A, Ezra can do an interview explaining why he's been acting so erratically. He can go into treatment, and he has to stay with his mom, apparently. He has to do all those things, and he'll still be able to be the Flash. And he'll be able to do press and everything else. B, he doesn't do any press. He doesn't apologize. He's just done with the Flash, and they put the movie out. And C, they just scrap the movie altogether. Now, what do I want? To be honest, I think they should just put the movie out at this point. Just put it out. Not right now, but like in the next year, whatever the date was. Just make it the last movie. Because from last week, I just want a total reboot. But if they're not going to put it out, then that's $200 million gone. and people don't want Ezra to be the Flash anymore. So, but one of those options was like, yo, he can do an interview and tell us why he was acting so erratically. Because a year is a long time to go to treatment and to turn your life around. If Robert Downey Jr. can wake up drunk in like some random house with like cocaine and guns or whatever the fuck happened to him, if Robert Downey Jr. can come back from that, I think Ezra Miller will be just fine. And that might not be what you want to hear, but the fact is Warner Brothers loves the Flash movie apparently, and Ezra did pick up reshoots that were already scheduled this past summer, June, July. He already did reshoots. So from what we can tell, Ezra is very professional when it comes to the filming of his movies. It's only after the fact, when he's on his free time, that he's wilding out, doing burglaries, assaulting bar patrons in his free time. But when it comes to his business and to filming, he was on time, and he did the reshoots that he needed to do. So from Warner Brothers' perspective, when he's with us, this is Warner Brothers. When he's with us, he's fine. So we're gonna keep him. That's the vibe I'm getting from Warner Brothers. They're giving him the opportunity to get treatment and to do press. That means that they're still satisfied with him being the Flash, or else we wouldn't even be having this conversation. He would already be fired, and the movie would have been shelved. Because he's done so much. There must be a good reason. Rumor is, well, there is no good reason to do felony burglary, but rumor is he had like a death in his family, like super close. So I hope he gets the help he needs. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, dude, I'm really interested to see how the Flash turns out, because Michael Keaton is in it. I still think they're going to use that movie to reset everything. And I think they're going to wrap up Ezra as the Flash anyways. But yeah, what do you guys think they should do with the Flash movie? Should they just scrap it? Should they put it out? Should Ezra even do an interview? Because are they gonna are people gonna care? Like Will Smith gave his apology, and a lot of people didn't really care about it. They saw right through it. So I don't know, man. It's a tough time. It's a weird time for Hollywood, the movie industry, Warner Brothers. I want to see it. I want to see it, and if it's good, if it's a good movie, then they have to keep Ezra, because everybody's gonna be like, and the movie was sick. Oh, and then gut punch, Ezra's not the Flash anymore. Like, that doesn't make sense. I don't see Warner Brothers doing that. I think they want him to get treatment, and I think they want him to apologize, so they can move forward with the current actors they have. But that's one of the reasons why I think they're gonna scrap everything, because Ezra is problematic. Momoa is already doing Aquaman 2. Ben Affleck's doing reshoots for Aquaman 2. But what if they're not doing another Justice League movie? Because rumor was they were building up to a Crisis on Infinite Earth storyline. According to Walter Hamada, that was his plan. Is that like a Justice League movie? The next one was going to be Crisis? Are they still going to do that? Because apparently, I think that's what the Flash movie is going to be. It's going to be their version of Crisis, because of the Ezra situation. They're going to be forced to just cut it short and recast everything. I said I wanted the Pattinson universe to take over. Like, dude, I don't know if that's going to happen. That's just what I think should happen. And we just saw today, the Batman 2 isn't even greenlit yet. So going back to what I was saying, David Zaslav might be going head to head with Matt Reeves right now over whether they even want to continue with the Batman universe, because they might be. I read an article today. They might be canceling the Arkham show, and Penguin because of the budgets. So it might be the opposite of what I was thinking was going to happen. That Pattinson was going to take over full time, and that the Batman universe was going to be the main universe. They might cancel the Batman and all the spin-offs. Because Matt Reeves doesn't want to play ball. Because they want a more uniform universe. They might just say, hey, that Batman movie was cool. It didn't reach $1 billion. It made over $700 million. The Joker made $1 billion. They would say, hey, bro, thanks for the Batman. If you don't want to work with us and expand this universe, then you got to go, bro. That's just what I'm thinking is going to happen. The timeline, the news cycle is saying the Batman 2 is not even greenlit. It's years away. Years away. And then we're also hearing Arkham and Penguin's canceled. That's wild. Wild. So yes, there is some streamlining in the works as far as the DC universe is concerned. I don't know what's gonna happen, dude. Every week something happens where I pivot and I'm like, no, they should keep Affleck and they should keep the Snyderverse characters going. Peacemaker 2, season 2, I should say. They should keep all that going, and they should also cancel the Batman universe. Something's got to go because they want a streamlined universe. The Joker 2, that's like the offshoot. Like, that's fine. They're gonna have the Black Label stuff still, but when it comes to their main shared universe, I don't think they want multiple Batman around. I don't think they want, multiple Harley Quinns. Well, regardless, I don't know what's gonna happen with the Suicide Squad. If they're gonna get a sequel, DC is allowing James Gunn. I guess he has like 4 or 5 projects in the works with Warner Brothers. So apparently, he's in good shape with Warner Brothers. So they might work his stuff in with the new plan. I think they might give him the reins as the shepherd of the new DC universe, as like the Kevin Feige. Because James Gunn has been producing movies for a while, as well as directing. So I don't know with this DC stuff. I don't know. And we have like a year for them to start figuring everything out, because we don't have any more movies coming up. There's rumors that Doom Patrol and Titans, after their new seasons, that they're going to be done too, which is fine. I will say that Titans and Doom Patrol, they've had a good run. I think I've preferred Titans a little bit more, but both shows were written very oddly, I would say, because the pacing on Doom Patrol is faster, but each episode is more episodic and wacky, and I think the last season fell a little flat for me. Titans, super slow burn show. They focus on the weirdest things, like certain characters longer than other characters. They just tell their stories from a different perspective than I think that those characters should. They don't really work as a team. There's a lot of side stories going on, like, simultaneously, and a lot of everything's split up, I should say. So it's just an end of an era, guys. We're coming to a close here. It reminds me of the Fox stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like we know Dark Phoenix was coming to theaters, but we know it was going to be the end. That's kind of what I'm thinking with the Flash movie. Yeah, we know it's coming, but it might be the end of this current timeline. They're probably going to do a Days of Future Past. Stuff's going to get changed. Stuff's going to get rewritten into one universe. Streamline it. So, are you guys upset with all this HBO Max? Titans might get canceled. Doom Patrol might be canceled. I think, they got like 3 seasons under their belt. I think they had a good run. So if they have to do one more season 4, then yeah, I'm happy with it. Because that gives them time to plan a good ending. They're not canceled midway through and they're like, oh shit, we didn't know we were going to be canceled. So now they get to plan it. The Flash on the CW is getting canceled. 13 episodes for season 9. I haven't kept up with that. I haven't caught up with the Flash since their version of Crisis. I watched a handful of episodes, and then I think Vibe left the show at some point, and then I kind of just I didn't go back to it. It was just, they didn't do what I thought they were gonna do with it. Especially when you have the Superman and Lois series. After I thought it was post Crisis, and then that's what Superman's been up to, and then now we found out that no, it's a totally different Earth. It's like, okay, then what are you doing with Crisis? What are you doing? You're setting stuff up, and then you're going backwards. You got Diggle on there. I know I'm all over the place with this. It's just DC is in a very erratic place right now, so this whole topic is very erratic. DC, HBO Max, CW. What do you guys think that the future of DC is? Because the CW was running DC TV for a handful of years, a good amount of time. I watched every week at one point. Then HBO Max took over, and I was like, yo, they should just focus all their DC television on HBO Max. Just totally move everything over. But now they're not even trying to put their budgets into DC TV on HBO Max. Because Zaslav's on some other shit. He's on some other shit. So, we'll see. We will see. Coming up next on Gettin Geeked with your boy. Prey. Predator. Prequel. I watched it. And yo. Prey was dope. I was shocked. After the Predator, after the last movie. Dude, I thought this franchise was dead. And when they said they were going to put one on Hulu, it's like, oh, straight to DVD, straight to Blu-ray type vibes. No. This film went back to basics. It was violent. The story was solid. It took its time. The sound design was on point. The effects were on point. The animals, the CGI animals, here and there, it looked a little wonky. I thought it was fine overall. A lot of woke people on the internet. Oh, Native American girl. She can't beat the Predator. When the original Predator movie, all these macho dudes in the 80s couldn't even kill the Predator. So I don't want to hear it. The movie was good. It was solid. And that's why it surprised a lot of people. This is the number one debut of anything on Hulu ever. So, as a Predator fan, I'm hyped because that just means we're going to get more. And I don't know if we're not going to get a direct sequel. Just don't get your hopes up with that. Because as we know, if you paid attention to the Predator universe, when you defeat the Predator, the mothership knows that their boy lost. And they come down, and usually they give some wisdom, or they swap weaponry, or they kind of just acknowledge, like, yo, you guys won. Nice job. You got lucky, but here you go. It's a sign of respect. Who's the dominant species? So, I don't think we're going to direct a sequel to this Prey film. I think we're going to get another film, another prequel set in another era. I'll do my pitch later on. As far as my review for this Prey movie, it's been out for like a week, so I'm not going into spoilers. It was a good movie. I liked it. I think I put it right underneath the first. I like Predators a lot because there is a lot of diversity in the movie. So I think Predators is my second favorite. So Prey would be my third favorite. Yeah, Prey would be my third favorite. Hey, but Predator 2 is super underrated. Super underrated. Was it Predators in L.A.? Is that what it was? Was it New York? Yeah, it was Los Angeles. Sick. Give me more of that. But what I really want, so I gave Prey an A, like a 9 out of 10. It was really good. I was surprised. I was like, oh shit! It made me get out of my seat. I haven't done that in forever. I was shocked at some of the violence. I was like, oh shit, they're doing that. So yeah. My prequel pitch for another Prey movie You gotta set it in Japan with the samurai, with the ninjas. Imagine that. A clan of ninja or a clan of samurais doing their normal day-to-day shit. And all of a sudden, we get a fucking predator lurking around. And ninjas, they're about stealth too. Now, the samurai, I don't know if they're about stealth. But they have the armor. See, the samurai has the armor. The ninjas have the stealth. So I don't... Comment if I'm wrong, but weren't the ninjas and the samurai around the same era? There was two things going on at the same time. I could be wrong. I'm not sure of my history when it comes to that stuff. I just know if you give me like a Last Samurai type movie, but with a predator, I'm in. Give me not Dark Knight. Give me some Batman Begins type ninja stuff with some Last Samurai type fighting. Oh, dude, with a predator. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Now we're talking. So what's going on with this canon debate with the Predator stuff? I saw some TikToks saying, here's my ranking of the Predator movies. And they leave out Alien versus Predator. Now, there's one thing to say that AVP isn't canon to the Alien movies because of Prometheus and Alien Covenant. They don't retcon shit, but they change the storyline a bit to where they have like a different Wayland. But that's like an ancestor. So I wouldn't even say they're not canon. I would argue I will argue Blade Runner, Alien, and Predator, they all operate in the same universe. There's many videos online about it. But specifically when it comes to Predator, they ranked their Predator movies and they left out the AVP films. It's like, dude, the spear from Alien vs. Predator was in the Predator movie from 2018 or whatever. So that means it's canon to the Predator movies. So what, like, I'm only talking about the Predator canon. It's like, dude, there's Predators in Alien vs. Predator. It's canon to the Predator movies. Now, you can argue that they're not canon to Prometheus. But that's another conversation, dude. It's another conversation. David, he created the xenomorph, and that happens in the future. And Alien vs. Predator happened in 2004. No, see, that's where you're wrong. That's how people are saying that AVP isn't canon to the Alien universe. David saw the recipe on the walls of that planet, and he started tinkering with that recipe on that planet. The xenomorphs were already around. David was just stranded on that planet for years and had nothing better to do. So all he did was start messing with the recipe that was already established on the wall. The pyramids in Antarctica in AVP had the same type of writings on the wall, hieroglyphics of the aliens being there and all that stuff. So it's fun. And then the comic books are a whole nother thing. The Prometheus, the engineers, they fought the Predators and all that stuff. It's all interconnected, guys. It's all interconnected. It's all canon. It's all canon. And I will argue with you, bro. Comment. Come fight me. Tell me why I'm wrong. Oh, the Wayland creator is different in AVP and versus Prometheus. Okay, so dude, Alien vs. Predator happens in 2004. Prometheus happens in like 2099. There's ancestors, dude. People can inherit their business, their family business. So that's not relevant, dude. Because I guarantee you, when you're watching all these movies, you're gonna be like, oh, I don't know if I should watch those ones. No, dude, you gotta watch them all. Got to. I mean, if you're an Alien fan, if you're a Predator fan, you're a Blade Runner fan, you're gonna watch them because, anything that's gonna add to the story is good. Now, when you start changing shit for just reasons, then you're gonna get people pissed off. That's why when people thought, oh, well, David's the sole creator of the xenomorph. It's like, no, dude, like he's adapting the recipe. He's adapting it. I really wish we got a sequel to Covenant, but we are getting an Alien series. I think we're getting 2 of them from Noah something on FX, and then also we're getting another one from Ridley Scott himself. I'm pretty sure. I'll have to double check that. So Alien is healthy, Predator is healthy. We've had, I think we're getting a Blade Runner series. We haven't heard much about it. I'm still super excited for all that stuff. They just got to hire good cinematographers since it is for TV. But if it's anything like Prey, I'm in. I'm super in. So what do you guys think about Prey? Comment below. Are you mad? Are you a woke person? Oh gosh. Oh, it's a Native American girl. She can't kill a predator. But she did. She did. And half of Arnold's squad didn't. And Arnold had to use primitive tools to kill it. So you're wrong. You're wrong, bro. You're wrong. Moving on. Coming up next on Gettin Geeked. And our final topic. The Sandman. I said I was going to check out the Sandman. I said, I didn't read the comic book. Bro, what the fuck? This series was sick. I was totally like Rob Burnett saying like, oh, I'm really digging the Sandman so far, but the cinematography was off. He walked back those statements and said, I don't know what was going on, but I rewatched it and they fixed whatever the problem was. I didn't see anything wrong with the cinematography. Sometimes like the blue screen, you could tell it was a blue screen, like when they're in hell and stuff. But other than that, dude, and I'm an unbiased party here because I didn't read the comic books. Like, there's a lot of people that are mad because they race swapped Death. Apparently, she's like some white goth chick in the comic book. Dude, that episode was one of the best episodes because you get that whole following Death around. I'm all over the place with spoilers. I'm just talking about the Sandman. You follow Death around and you don't even know which endless it was. I think that's how you say it, right? They're endless. You don't know which one it was, and then you finally figure it out. Oh, this is Death. She's taking people. Dude, that was very effective. It was very effective. And then the back half of the episode, they jump through time every 100 years. You get to see this guy live and tell stories of like what he's learned over the last 100 years. That was the most creative storytelling I've seen in years. And this wasn't even a show I was hyped about. And apparently they removed a bunch of DC references. That's fine. The show's on Netflix. It was always a separate thing. I had no problem with them. Oh, where's the Justice League? It's not about that. I want to know about the Sandman and all the other endless people. I was really surprised. The cinematography was great. This show also, it took its time. The storyline was solid. I will say the back half, last 3 episodes with Rose, was the weaker part of the storyline. Because it just was so good. And then after the Diners episode, and it kind of just not fell off. It just kind of plateaued a bit. Because I'm like, well, what's happening now? There's a convention full of serial killers. Now, eventually, that storyline picked up. That part of the story was rad. But when it came to the Vortex and all of Rose's adopted friends or whatever, like they're in the shared dream, that was a little bit weaker compared to the rest of the show. But I still give this show like a B+, like straight up. It was really good. How much did this show cost? I am nervous. This is why I don't like to invest in Netflix shows, because then you get a really good show, they put a bunch of money in it, and now apparently this is the most watched show on Netflix for right now. It's number 1, which is great. But what matters is if people they keep watching it. I watched it twice in a row over this past weekend. I watched it twice. So, but dude, they cancel shows like after one season, especially if they're expensive. I just hope they reach their viewership numbers that they need. I need a season 2. I'm just really nervous. But you know, like, you're always gonna, and then like you're off topic. They're always gonna have the woke crowd, and anything now, you're gonna have those small amount of people crying, oh, they race swapped so and so, and oh, that character's a girl now, and that's always gonna be out there. You gotta take it for what it is. Is the story good? Are they doing the characters justice? You know, if they're not, and the storyline's whack, and the dialogue's whack, then that's one thing. But you gotta judge it based off of their performance. And from what I saw, it's pretty lit. It's pretty nice. It's nice. Very nice. It's a nice. So, yeah. What'd you guys think of the Sandman? I dug it. I really liked it. The CGI was for the series on a Netflix show. I think Stranger Things was better. But also, that's like Stranger Things is the most spent money on Netflix. But for what they wanted to do, they told the story well. I'm going to be reading the Sandman comics. Or maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't read the comics. Because I don't want to say, oh, you're biased. You're biased. No, I'm like the least biased person, dude. I didn't read the Sandman comic books. Just like the same reason like people hated Cowboy Bebop. When I watched Cowboy Bebop on Netflix, like the reboot, I watched the anime like a week before. Just so I can be as unbiased as possible. And motherfuckers, that was the closest thing to a Cowboy Bebop adaptation you'll ever get. That's it, dude. You guys are done. That's a dead franchise. There's no way that franchise gets a reboot. Cowboy Bebop is done. And yeah, the anime was fine, dude. But it was also all over the place. Tonally. You know? The writing. People are complaining about, what's her face? The Spike Spiegel chick, who's all annoying as shit. With the goggles. What the fuck's her name? You guys know what I'm talking about. Like, oh, they teased her at the last minute. And like, before, they were like, oh, where is she? Where is, what the fuck is her name? Damn. That's how great Cowboy Bebop is, guys. I don't even remember her name, dude. It was a fuck, I can't remember, dude. Yeah. Oh, they teased her at the end of the show. But before that, oh, she's not even in the show? What the fuck? Where's she at? So it's like you complain about one thing, then you complain when she's there, and oh, her performance was way over the top and it was so wacky. It's like, dude, she's the reason Cowboy Bebop in the anime was kind of like whack to me. Ed, that's her fucking name. Right? Yes. Right. That's the whole reason why I didn't like her, dude, because she was over the top and wacky, and she brought a weird element to the anime. And I knew it. When that show was going to happen, I'm like, there's a lot of wacky shit in this. And then when they do it, oh, it's super faithful. You gotta maintain faithful to the comics, to the anime or whatever. And when they do it, you guys complain about it? You guys don't deserve an adaptation. Same thing with Death Note fans. You don't deserve another Death Note adaptation. Live action. Because you whine and complain about everything, dude. Sandman fans, the majority of them are loving this show. But then you got the small minority. Oh, well, they race swapped so-and-so and they gender swapped so-and-so. It's like, yeah, dude, welcome to 2022. It is what it is. How long are you going to keep whining about it? How long are you going to keep crying? They love it. They love seeing you guys cry and whine. To producers. They do this shit on purpose. It's like all these old dudes are whining. It's like, you guys aren't the demographic anymore. They're not selling shit to you guys anymore. They're selling shit to your kids. To your grandkids. They want all the kids to watch it. They don't want you to watch it. They're fleshing you guys out. You guys aren't relevant when it comes down to it. And I'm almost I'm 28, so I'm getting up there too. In like 10 more years, I'm not the demographic either for some of this shit. And I see it for what it is. Yeah, it's not for me. But if it's like a Dragon Ball Z or something, that's different. We can talk about that. We can talk about it. But as far as Cowboy Bebop, Death Note, dude, these shows, those were the two most, well, okay. Death Note was accurate to as far as being an American adaptation. Cowboy Bebop, dude, was as close as you're gonna get to a live action animated, a live action movie. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. It's been a very weird week for entertainment. It's kind of just steamrolled, this WB stuff. Steamrolled into this week. So we still got Ezra news, the fallout from Batgirl, all the haters on Twitter. Come at me, dude. But talk about what I'm talking, reference what I'm talking about in the video. You start attacking my character, you're like, you already caught an L. You already lost. And it just goes to show that, like, you got nothing better to do. And you just want to fucking get some attention. Here you go. But you know what? Thanks for retweeting. Thanks for quoting me. What do you guys think about Warner Brothers? What do you guys think about Prey? And what do you guys think about The Sandman? Will Ezra Miller still be the Flash? Will they release it 1 year from now? Will they move it up to next month? Will he go to rehab? Apparently he was already in rehab. He's been in rehab. That's why you can't find him, I guess. Apparently he's been in Vermont this whole time. Will Ezra do an interview? Who will do the Ezra Miller interview? Will it be Dateline NBC, or will it be where does everybody go? The Today Show. No, he's not gonna fucking do the Today. 60 Minutes with Ezra Miller. Who's gonna do it? Curious. Nightline. I don't know. What do you guys think about all this stuff? It's been a very weird week for entertainment news. Some good stuff came out of it. Got the Sandman kicking ass. Got Prey kicking ass. I'm gonna go watch the Comanche dub. The fact they even gave us a dub with Comanche, because they knew people were gonna complain, and people were still complaining. Oh, they should have just did it in Comanche, dude. They're selling this movie to the worldwide audience. How much money did Apocalypto make? How successful was it? That's not a mainstream movie when it came out. I remember when that movie came out. People were like, oh, it was different. They're like, yo, there's like no English in this thing. It's still awesome. But that's what people are saying. The Predator movies aren't like that. The fact they gave us a dub. Right on. This has been Gettin Geeked with your boy Danny Allen. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, geekedmedia.com. No sponsors. Yeah, dude, they fucking call me a shill. They said, oh, this guy's working for Zaslav. This guy's getting paid. Bro, if I was getting paid by Zaslav, I wouldn't have this comforter as my background. I wouldn't be on Twitter responding to you guys. If I was getting checks, if I was getting bags from WB, I would not do like, where's my money then? Where's my money? You got my money? It's been 24 hours. Yeah, got my money? It's been 24 hours. Remember that? Only the real ones will know. Yeah, dude, I thought that was hilarious. Like, I'm a shill. I'm shilling for Warner Brothers. Dude. Hilarious. Where's my money at? Where's my money? You got my money? This has been Gettin Geeked with Danny Allen. Gettin Geeked with Danny Allen. Have a good night and go fuck yourselves. Good night.
Gettin Geeked. Gettin Geeked. Gettin Geeked with Danny Allen. Gettin Geeked. Gettin Geeked. Gettin Geeked with Danny Allen.